What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today you're going to be watching some back-to-back rank play gameplays. The second gameplay is not going to be finished because I'm not going to have enough topics to talk that long. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this gameplay. The first gameplay up is, like I said, ranked play. I think we're playing some gold 3 level 50s, which if you know anything about ranked play in this game means that they're pretty bad. That's the way I'll put it. For reference, I'm silver 3 ranked, I like rank like 11 or something right now, which means, you know, basically I'm like a little bit off of them and I'm like 40 levels down from them. That should tell you something. So anyway, hopefully you enjoy that in the background. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's fine. Anyway, today I wanted to talk and continue kind of my uploading streak of like every other day, every kind of day of uploading on Call of Duty, because I've heard some rumblings in the community recently about a boycott. All right, this is a boycott for the next Call of Duty games, a boycott against Warzone, and just, you know, against the developers because they are just not treating us right and whatever. This is not, I don't want to say concerning, but this isn't going to work. I hate to be a Debbie Downer. I hate to be that guy, but I was this guy back in Cold War. You can check. I made a video before about boycotting the Battle Pass, and guess what? Pretty much nothing happened. I was trying to be optimistic before. You know, I wanted to be that person in the community. I wanted to use my, you know, small platform, and it's still pretty small, but I wanted to use my platform for good, for justice, if you will. I wanted to just see what I could do to get people to not play the game, not buy stuff in the game. And honestly, nothing happened. You know, people ended up buying it. People ended up doing whatever they wanted, and nothing really changed in terms of Activision's decision making, right? It's not like they added extra maps. It's not like they lowered the price of microtransactions or whatever. You know, everything was kind of just the same old at that point. And I hate to be that Debbie Downer, guys, but you know, all these rumblings of a boycott, you know, don't purchase the next game, don't do this, don't do that for the next Call of Duty game, and you know, we'll show them. Like, no, it's really not going to do anything. The only way to like successfully impact Call of Duty's numbers is to literally just like not buy the game, not play the game, and literally not talk about the game. And unfortunately, in the current situation that I'm in the current situation that a lot of like YouTubers and people who are, you know, be making these videos, they can't afford that. Not literally, they can't afford it, but they can't afford to take that, I guess, financial hit, you know, unless YouTube is just kind of like a for fun thing or whatever. But even at that case, you know, our channel, like, okay, I'm speaking for commentators here and just, I guess, gameplay channels too. Like, our livelihoods, our successfulness, or not, like how successful we are, I guess, on YouTube is predicated on how much we talk about the game. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether we're doing best class setups, whether we're just hating on it for views. Our success is based on how many videos we put up, how much we talk about Call of Duty. And obviously Call of Duty doesn't care because any publicity is good publicity. So, you know, the fact that it might be good publicity, might be bad publicity, like I just said, but at the end of the day, we're still talking about it. We're still, you know, giving them free advertising. And, you know, I've been know this, you know, I've known this for the longest time, and I'm sure you guys watching this video know this as well. But, you know, like I said, the only way to actually like interact, to exact change from, you know, like a corporation, from someone we want, is to hit them where it hurts. And that's the bottom line. That's their money. That's time spent on the game. That's how much we talk about it, how much we advertise the game for free. And, you know, commentators, you know, your Blame Truths, your 8 Thoughts, your me, you know, Gilmore, JB, Fooly, you know, all these guys out there. The more we talk about it, the more our channels grow. And so that's what we're here for, right? We're here to do, like, I guess, a quote unquote job. And whether or not, you know, we're successful at it really just depends on us. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, wow, why don't all these commentators, you know, you included, just switch to another game? Why don't you just talk about Call of Duty but play another game? At the end of the day, guys, we do this because we want to, okay? Nobody is running a Call of Duty channel because they didn't want to or because they hate Call of Duty, okay? People run Call of Duty channels because they are fans of Call of Duty. They enjoy talking about it. They enjoy playing it. And maybe they don't anymore, but they did. They did at a certain time, and that's why they are still doing it. That's why they're still here. Any Call of Duty commentator that you still like hear of, that you know their name of, It means that they cared enough about Call of Duty, or they still do, to continue to talk about it. Otherwise, guess what? They would have packed up shop a long time ago. I'll give you some examples, right? Marka J, you never hear from this dude anymore. He doesn't care anymore. Let's see, who else? Woody's Gamertag, you never hear about him anymore. He doesn't care anymore. White Boy 7th Street doesn't play COD anymore. T Martin, Ali 8 don't play COD anymore. These guys are not, I don't want to say not COD fans. I'm sure they've enjoyed COD and stuff like that, but they're not diehard COD fans. They're not loyal Call of Duty fans like most likely you and me. And because of this, they don't care, and honestly their channels are probably doing way better because of it, because they probably, since they're not diehard COD fans, all they have to do is just talk about whatever is the hottest game on the market, whether it be Fortnite or Apex or X Defiant or whatever. All they got to do is talk about that and post some videos on it, see if it sticks. If it does, boom, there you go. There's your rent for the next month, right? As opposed to me and you, we are actual COD fans. We care about the franchise. We care enough to threaten to boycott, even though 99% of us know that it's really not going to amount to anything, this alleged boycott. So my thoughts on it, right? Should you boycott this game? I mean, I'm not going to tell you to not buy the game. I'm not going to tell you to buy the game. I think at the end of the day, you know how you're going to spend your money, right? Whether if your decision dictates that much or depends that much on what a Call of Duty YouTuber says or what a guy on Twitter or Reddit says, then I mean, I think you gotta I don't know. I think your financial decisions are, a little different from what most people's are. Let's put it that way. By the way, the gameplay should be wrapping up here. The first gameplay, dude, I'm telling you, it was a murder. That was one of the most easy Call of Duty rank play games I've ever seen. It was 250 to 33. Hopefully you enjoyed that. As we move on to this Expo gameplay here, I just wanted to, kind of talk to you guys, kind of break the third wall here a little bit. I'm not trying to make this video because I know there's going to be a lot of people oh, you hate on Activision, you hate on Call of Duty all the time. Now you're telling us to buy the game. Now you're telling us that it's okay that Call of Duty does whatever they want. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm more so okay with the fact that what we do as a community is it's proven to have fallen on deaf ears for the longest time, right? And so why is this going to be an exception, right? For example, we've been complaining about skill-based matchmaking, lack of multiplayer maps, the mini-map, red dots on the mini-map, right? Dead silence. We've been complaining about that all day, all year, and nothing, right? Nothing. Not even an acknowledgement, not even okay, we heard you, but we're not going to do it. Nothing, okay? Just crickets. The only thing they want to talk about is the new Kevin Durant and Tim the Tatman bundle. Thank you so much. That's going to fix the game. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? They just literally do whatever they want. So why is this going to be any exception? Why is this going to be any difference, right? At the most, let's say all the big name YouTubers banded together and did this, right? And maybe we see the Steam player counts. Maybe that's how we track it, right? So let's assume that they're at around 65,000 for daily player base right now, right? That's kind of fair and average at least the time of making this video, because let's face it, not many people are playing this game. So let's say there's 65K, right? The best case we could do is maybe band together for one day and be hey, we are not going to play this game out of protest. If you're on Steam, don't play it. Battle.net, whatever, PlayStation, Xbox, and let's just say hey, you know what? Let's say next week, right? Let's say the first week of June. Pick I don't know, pick a Saturday there. I don't know what the day is, and just be hey, we are not going to play this game. We're not going to open this game. We're not going to play Warzone, ranked play, anything. We're all going to take the financial hit. We're not going to upload this day. At the most, their numbers on Steam are probably going to go down 4,000 to 5,000 at the most. We're going to see from 65 down to 60K. Is Activision going to see this for one day? Probably not. You know what I mean? The only way to actually enact change, in my personal opinion, is to drop the player count probably 10 to 20K, right? At least 10 to 20K. And it's got to be for a week or two. It's got to be a long enough time for them to be oh, hey, what is this significant dip in our player base? What is this significant dip in our multiplayer, microtransaction, currency dollar amount? What is happening here? It's got to be enough for them to notice. And then once they notice, then they start reading tweets. Then they start watching YouTube videos. Hey, there's this boycott going on, hashtag boycott Activision, boycott the store, whatever. That's the only way this is going to happen. Now, could this happen? Very, very unlikely. I mean, we've tried stuff like this all the way back in the past. Let's take your biggest names, your Blame Truths, Neroscinema, Exclusive Ace, all these dudes band together, pick one day, or let's say they pick a week, right? like, what are the chances that, every single YouTuber can afford to just like not upload for a week, not play this game for a week, right? It's very low. It's very low that all these YouTubers are going to do it. And even if all these YouTubers and casuals and not casuals, but like non-casuals, I guess, all these like, dedicated fans, band together for this 1 week, let's say, there's not millions. There's countless casuals out there who, don't know how to log on to Twitter, who will be playing this game for like, I don't know, 3 hours that day, and Activision will see nothing. So that's what I'm saying. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, like I said, but you kind of got to expect, I'm just being realistic. I guess that's the way to put it. I'm just being realistic. So unfortunately, this boycott, whatever the case may be, is most likely not going to work. Again, sorry for being a Debbie Downer, but, you do what you want with your time and money. I'm just telling you, don't get your hopes up. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, and peace.